We know Drake told Akademiks to do it.
You know what? Don't call me no greatest. Them guys you saying are great makes that an understatement. Fuck them haters, double agents. Even my label gave them 15 years of my soul.
Did I do that?
You know what?
Ooh. Tonight's about J. Cole. Keep spamming them fives. Iceman on the way. Iceman on the way.
What's up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join that membership and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. Who don't think that Drake is just petty, gang? I want to know in the comments. Tell me if you think that Drake is not petty enough to try to step on this man's rollout. See, this is the thing. Akademiks tells on himself. Akademiks a big, goofy, dumb nigga that what he does, man, he'll be talking too much. He be on these lives, but he'll tell himself. He said he had the clip 4 days. He had a snippet from Drake. Well, first of all, he must got songs from Drake about this Iceman, this, da-da-da-da. He says he had it for 4 days. So why did you hold it for 4 days to wait till the night of J. Cole dropping his album that you're supposed to be talking about as hip-hop? You said this is a hip-hop night, so da-da-da. You had this shit 4 days, but you don't play the little snippet until J. Cole drops, and now you got the urge to play the snippet, and now you're trying to tell us Drake didn't have you play the snippet. Act, we're not slow. Act, they try to tell you, Kate, I told you we are not slow. Gang, you gotta understand how Drake, how protective Drake is of this music, gang. He had a fit when the little white kids from that podcast or whatever they was leaked one of his songs allegedly from Iceman. Now we all know, in my opinion, if anyone knows anything about this business, first of all, they only got one song. They were talking about they're going to leak the whole album. I don't know if anybody don't think that Drake gave them that record to leak it. Drake been leaking shit for 2 years. What we talking about? Everything is leaked, da-da-da. And it's like, oh, I don't know if it's going to hit, da-da-da. We're watching a man in real time, seeing if people like this, like that, and the third. Why would we not assume that he's leaking these things on purpose to catch the vibe and see what people's thinking? We've been seeing this guy running test runs for Iceman. Do you guys realize Iceman been 2 years in the making? We still waiting on this? Still talking about Iceman. The old Drake would have never, let's be honest, the old Drake would have never. He used to get flack for taking 3 months after he announced the album. They're like, yo, where's the album? Da, da, da. So it's like, this guy's making you wait damn near 2 years for this? And all these songs, we've heard about 6 songs at this point. Maybe, right? Unfinished and finished and whatever else going on. So Akademiks wants us to believe that Drake didn't tell him. Drake is one of the most, of his own career, he's not going to let you, he's not going to give you the album and then you go ahead and play a song on your live stream and he's cool with that. I told you, Ak been really trying to get back in graces with Drake for a while. Ak just sat down with A$AP Rocky, one of Drake's, him and A$AP Rocky ain't doing too well. Right? And Ak sat down with him, and A$AP Rocky told me, Wasted got their time, told him to stop being, he said, yo, Ak, just get back to playing the music. I told you in my last video when I talked about it. Yo, Ak, man, you're the bias stuff, man. Come on, man. We know he paid you. Ak goes, here, I never take money. I don't never, yeah, we just, when Ak got mad, he blew up and told himself that he got 5 bands? Was it $5,000 or no, 30,000? Some shit he got from I don't remember what it was, even somewhere north of 30,000 from Lil Baby's team to not talk about Lil Baby no more, and he took it and he stopped talking about it. That is compromise. You got paid, Ak, but Ak went years. I can't be bought. Just hell out of here with that shit. Nicki's team trying to buy me this, that, and the third. Now we know, which we always knew, that Ak can be bought. Ak has been getting paid for years. Especially when he left. Think about it. When he left Everyday Struggle, what did he have? He was doing YouTube, but YouTube checks, they come slow, gang. So I'm sure this motherfucker like, yo, I need money now, right? You have an annuity, but you need cash now, right? Listen, JG Wentworth, imagine this. Akademiks sitting there, and they tell him, listen, we're going to give you 10 bands to put a little pump or whatever it is. He going to take it, gang. I'm just going to be honest. So Ak try to tell us he don't take no money. And you damn sure think that he not going to take, if he taking money, he damn sure going to not mess up his bag with Drake. So I'm sure Drake was like, Ak, I'm going to send you something, but what you going to do, February 6th, you're going to play it that night, and you're going to act like, oops, did I do that? Right? Ak is like, bet. Because I told you when Drake texted him on his birthday, you up, right? He didn't say you up, but he said, yo, I can't get a birthday hello. I can't get a happy birthday from my main man. He gaslit him on his own birthday. Drake was on an island somewhere, right? I don't know where this nigga Turks and Caicos somewhere. And he sat there damn near midnight. Soon as his birthday hit, he sat there text Akademiks talking about, yo, I can't get a happy birthday from my main man. Ak started doing backflips, Goonie Google, running around his house in his underwear like Tom Cruise in Risky Business, sliding all over the place with a bottle of Henny, right? Went live that night, started talking about Drake. And I told you was going to get a good 3 months of servitude from Akademiks. I think we on month 2? Some shit like that. I think the nigga birthday was in December, some shit like that. Month 2, you got 1 more month for acting like a fool. So now we got 3 months. It might even be 6 months. So Akademiks got that you up text, and now he going full on crash out. I told you, A$AP Rocky wastes his breath trying to talk the shit out of him because he right back here being biased again. On the night of J. Cole's release, you're sitting here once again trying to drive traffic to Drake. And it worked. Let me read this article or hotnewhiphop.com because it's weird, man, by Zachary Horvath. Drake has fans calling him petty. He's not petty? He's not petty. You don't think he's petty enough to do this? Drake fans calling him petty after trying to stomp on J. Cole's release by Zachary Horvath. Right around the release of J. Cole's The Fall Off, Akademiks teased a new Drake snippet, and many believe it was calculated. There is no doubt that a lot of hip-hop fans had no other plans but to listen to J. Cole's The Fall Off today. Many will ignore anything else going on in the genre, and for a good reason. It seems like the project has earned a stamp of approval despite the gargantuan expectations preceding it. So, yeah, J. Cole, everybody's waiting on this album, and it's the biggest album in hip-hop right now. The only thing could stop that momentum is what? A snippet from Drake. That's going to divert people's attention. Now the YouTube algorithm, the Twitter algorithm, this, that, and the third, they're going to be talking about what Drake said in the goddamn snippet, which they are. So let me continue. But some are having a hard time because a new snippet for Drake's Iceman surfaced just moments before Cole's release. What we mean by that is these folks are calling the Sixth God petty in what they believe was a deliberate attempt to take some attention away from the latter's big day. As you can see below, fans aren't too happy and even calling this an organized attack as they believe there is some potential beef brewing with this maneuver. Ex-user Moses is referring to when Maul of New Rory and Maul called for J. Cole to address what happened in the Big 3 beef. Overall, he feels the podcaster may be on to something. Quote, on this album, he better explain why he had the conversation with Kendrick and never spoke to Drake again after that in his life. Maul said at the end of the January rant. He added in part, that's nasty. I F with Cole. Cole can rap his ass off. Put it in bars on why you did what you did to Drake, bro. Don't give me all this young Simba, this, that, and the third. So basically, Drake had the snippet, right? And the snippet said this, basically. As for the beef angle, Drake has some pretty interesting subliminals in the few bars we could hear from Akademiks snippet. Quote, you know what? Don't call me no greatest. Them guys you saying great, all great makes this an understatement. Fuck them haters, double agents. Even my label gave them 15 years of my soul. So he's saying his label is haters, everybody that's haters. And so you got to be a hater to be in the greatest conversation. Drake don't want no pause of it now because, for one, I think hip-hop as a whole took him out of the conversation. Let's just be honest. We used to hold him in there, but he lost. Right? Let's just be honest. Only people saying that he's the greatest is his own fans. And that don't work in hip-hop. You can't be the greatest in your own fans, right? I know LL just said he's the greatest rapper alive. 50 Cent got pretty upset. He's not the greatest rapper alive, greatest rapper in history. And it's arguable, not just based on rap. It's what you've done for the culture. LL did a lot for the culture. The Rock the Bells thing, the Rock the Bells radio, he puts a lot of people on there. So he's one of them, but Nas is one of them. It's a lot of people doing a lot of great things for this culture. Jay-Z did a lot of great things for this culture. Nas is at a high level doing for this culture. Gang. 50 Cent to a degree done a lot for this culture. So there's a lot of people you could say did a lot for the culture, but they can't be crowned that if the fans are only their own. Right now, Drake, a lot of people are not jiving with Drake. I'm just going to be honest. His own fans are the ones that's championing him. Kendrick got fans. A lot of people that ain't necessarily Kendrick fans are still open to his music. They're sharing his stuff. They're liking what he does. They're commending him. So they're not turned off by Kendrick. A lot of people are turned off by Drake. So you can't be in the greatest conversation when most of hip-hop don't like you and don't like what you're doing. They don't like that you got a lawsuit against another rapper over a hip-hop battle. You're going to say, well, Challz is not against another rapper. It's against his label. It's against another rapper because the rapper is the one that said it. I don't think Lucien Grange called him anything, right? So this lawsuit is against Kendrick, the words that Kendrick wrote in the paper. And for all you Drakes getting here, all you Drake fans getting here talking about, well, Lucien Grange was a part of it because he told, stop it. Stop it. Lucien Grange did not tell Kendrick what to write. I know you guys want these weird-ass conspiracy theories. They don't work over here. Let me continue. Could Drizzy be calling Cole out for not supporting him in a time of need after helping J. Cole reach another level of popularity? Well, he knew what he was doing, but he was also using Cole too, right? I get it that everybody want to say, well, J. Cole benefited from that too. Well, J. Cole brought some bodies in that building too, right? J. Cole was a very huge artist. No, he didn't have these number ones, and his first number one was with Drake, this, that, and the third. But J. Cole has a very, very committed fan base. He was doing platinum albums just like Cole, like Drake was. And I know Drake was popular on another level because he's a pop artist, right? I don't know how many fans J. Cole would have probably got goodwill from a lot of Drake fans, but I don't know how many of them went off and start playing J. Cole music because of that. They already heard of J. Cole. Most of the people, they like Drake's stuff. That's why they're Drake fans. Yes, it's going to elevate him. It's going to put him on another level with a different kind of fan base. Yes, but he ain't make the nigga. Like, just to be honest, come on, gang. It's just getting weird with this shit. It's going to be, it says, when Iceman drops sometime this year, it's going to be interesting to see what else he'll have to say. At this moment in time, we still don't have a concrete release date for the boy's first solo album since For All the Dogs. But for what it's worth, Akademiks and the Toronto superstar himself have continued to reaffirm that it's on the way. So listen, man, we know Akademiks don't move and do nothing unless Drake tell him to move. We understand that. It's not even a question that Ak was told when to do this. Ak, we do not believe you. We especially don't believe you since your credibility's been shot. I'm just going to be honest, man. Listen, I'm out of here, man. You let me know what you think in the comments, man. CLBMG, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you to ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night around 9:15, 9:30, we go live on the West Show, me, TJ, and Fliz. And we got a new, that's all 8 of my social media platforms. And we got a new album called This That. The What Project. This, that is on there. Tap in with that video, gang. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out of here. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.